I want to continue the conversation. Joining us now, Hal Kempfer is a retired U.S. Marine intelligence officer and the CEO of a global risk intelligence and planning company. Hal, thanks very much for being with us. First off, what was your reaction when you learned the U.S. had rescued this airman?
Well, Wolf, obviously I was very pleased to see we had a successful combat search and rescue operation. And then as the details started to unfold, it really says something about what we can do. This is an operation that I think very few, if any, countries in the world could pull off. It had a lot of moving parts. There was the operational side. There was a special operations side. There was also this amazing intelligence effort and even a CIA disinformation deception plan, if you will, to mislead the Iranians during the rescue itself. And it also says a lot about SERE training, survival, evasion, resistance, escape. The colonel did an amazing job, injured, was able to get to safe ground, hunker down, and was able to contact and basically make this whole thing happen.
We're also learning, Hal, that the CIA was the first to locate him and was also running what was being described as a deception campaign inside Iran while the rescue took place. Can you take us through the CIA's role in this operation and how the CIA officials might have been the first to locate him?
Well, obviously, a lot of that is classified, as you can well imagine, so there's only so many details that we know. But the CIA has tremendous assets. They also have the ability to pull in all the assets of the rest of the intelligence community. Obviously, they received contact from the colonel. They knew where he was. There's a variety of different means, and I can only speculate that these are signals intelligence and dealing with some overhead systems we have. We're able to locate them. And then they had to look around the area that's well within Iran. It's near Isfahan. It's near a populated area. And they had to probably direct him, is my guess, to where he could be safely hid until they could get to him, and then find the site where the C-130s had to land, come up with this operation with the small birds, the special operators, and they pulled it all off. But the CIA was absolutely intricate, even putting out the deception notice that he had been rescued or was being rescued while they were mounting the rescue.
Yeah, to try to mislead the Iranians. Even though the U.S. and Israel both say they have control of Iran's skies, how dangerous was this mission for U.S. planes?
Well, we have air superiority, we have air dominance, but with that said, there is always inherent danger. There's no way to take out every man-portable air defense, shoulder-fired missile out there, and there's other air defense systems they have. We've never declared air supremacy, which means we completely own the skies. And I think there's a reason for that, is there is some latent capabilities. And of course, anytime you get close to the ground, as those Black Hawk helicopters did earlier in this operation, they took ground fire. So there is always some danger, inherent risk, although we have apparently suppressed most of the air defense assets in Iran.
The president, in today's social media post, threatened to target Iranian power plants and Iranian bridges on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, if the Strait of Hormuz isn't reopened. What do you expect will happen in the coming days?
Well, I think that's a maximum pressure statement that he made. But what I would expect is that there's targets, if you will, the critical infrastructure targets within Iran, bridges, power plants, and I can think of some other things that have dual use purpose. For example, they support the military, they support the military industrial complex. At the same time, they also have civilian applications. Those will come under target. I would also be looking very closely along the coastline, and particularly those islands that are in the Strait of Hormuz and even Kark Island further up the Persian Gulf. All of these are target areas that might be considered.
Retired U.S. Marine Colonel Hal Kempfer, thanks so much for your service, and thanks so much for joining us here today.